Good morning, afternoon, evening, my friends. Welcome back to Alpha Physio Pelvic Care, all things pelvic health. My name is Anastasia Ovarova. If you're first time on this channel, I'll talk all things pelvic health in here because I'm pelvic floor physiotherapist practicing pelvic floor physio here in sunny Cyprus as well as online. Today, I would like to give you some ideas how you can work out your core and your pelvic floor if you suffer from symptomatic prolapse. Before I get on down to the video, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribe to my channel because many people do watch my video, they enjoy it, but they just simply forget to subscribe just to be updated on my newest content. Also, if you find this video useful, don't forget to press the like button. And of course, let me know in the comments what do you think about this video and the exercises you are about to see. Just a few words about prolapse. Prolapse is the condition where your pelvic organs drops down out of its place. It can be your bladder, it can be your rectum, it can be your uterus, and therefore you are feeling the sensation of heaviness and bulge if you have vagina inside your vagina. Usually it's a very distinct feeling that people describe to me. They say, I really feel that bulge. It's so uncomfortable. It's there. And I feel like just pushing it up and getting a relief. I do have other videos in my channel about prolapse. I'm talking about prolapse relief. I'm talking about pessaries as an option. So make sure you check it out. But today I would like to show you some ideas, some exercises that you can do in order to reduce that heaviness feeling. Because I do have people who want to work out, they do work out, but sometimes they do some pelvic floor work, some core work, and they feel a bit more symptomatic. Or they do feel symptomatic and they would like to do something that will help them relieve this feeling and the sensation of the heaviness. So you're at the right video. Before I start, I would like to let you know that we will need a block. However, if you don't have a block, a folded pillow, a little bit thicker pillow, actually can do the job nicely. One thing to remember about prolapse is it is a gravity affected condition. So if you're upright, the gravity will pull things down, and when you're upright, you will feel it more. I almost never have people who would tell me that they feel relief when they're upright for a long time. Usually it's the opposite. They feel heaviness more when they're upright long time, and they feel relief when they lay down or when they sit down. Therefore, when we do our exercises to relieve the sensation of heaviness, the sensation of symptoms of a prolapse, we need to take that in consideration. We need to do exercises that are either gravity neutral, so there is kind of no effect of the gravity, or gravity assisted, where gravity actually helps us to bring things back inside and up. First exercise is the classic bridge, the most classic, wonderful exercise for pelvic floor that I use, but we will use the block in order to activate also our inner thighs and therefore give even more support to our pelvic floor in order to help to reduce the sensation of the heaviness. You lay down into neutral position, you have the block, and you're going to take nice deep breath into your sides. And as you breathe out, you gently tuck your tailbone in and reduce and close the gap under your back. So you're tucking in, you do posterior pelvic tilt, come up, do your gentle Kegel squeeze, and same time add the squeeze to the block. And then you breathe in and relax. It's very important part to breathe in order to relax the diaphragm and release the pressure that might be created by contracted diaphragm, intra-abdominal pressure, and the pressure from the abdomen goes down into your pelvic organs. So it's very important to keep the breathing in check. So you take nice deep breath again, breathe out, engage your pelvic floor, lift and squeeze the block. You will also feel your glutes kicking in. That's absolutely fine. They're kind of helping also the pelvic floor to squeeze. As you can see, we're working here with the help of gravity. We're going almost in so-called reverse position, where our body is upside down, to speak plainly, and therefore things are sliding back. This can work great for any type of prolapse, uterine, bladder, rectal, just for any type of symptomatic prolapse. And here you want to repeat about 15 to 20 times, nice and slow, making sure you're working with your breath. Breathe in as you go down, breathe out as you go up. Breathe in and breathe out. Excellent, and that's done. I will move on to the next exercise. Again, our block will be of help to us. We can do some pelvic floor and abdominal work, but the abdominal exercises can create some intra-abdominal pressure and make your prolapse more symptomatic. Therefore, we're propping the block under our pelvis. Okay. We're holding our legs in the tabletop. Tabletop is 90 degrees at the hips and the knees. And even here, you can also bring your legs slightly closer to you if you feel too much tension in your back. And already it's the gravity assisted almost exercise because your pelvis is tipped back and the things will be falling, moving more inside your body rather than outside. So we're taking nice deep breath into the side of our ribs. We do core engagement, so gentle Kegel squeeze and tap down with your tiptoe. Breathe in, out, breathe in. And here is still important to do your pelvic floor engagement. So it's not just dropping your leg and coming back. You still need to be aware of your engagement of your core, pelvic floor zipping up into your abs, breathing in and out. In. And here you can do about 12 to 15 repetitions on each leg. You can take a break in between if you want to take a bit of a break and do a gentle stretch. Open up your knees and then do the second set. That's also fine. We are moving on to the next exercise. So we are not spending all the time laying down. We also change position. It's good to change position to feel your body and work your body from different positions. And here we're going into 4-point kneeling. You can do this exercise on your hands and knees, or you can do this exercise on your elbows. Considering that your prolapse might be more symptomatic, I suggest you do it on your elbows, so your bottom is slightly higher, and again, it's going to be inverse exercise. Therefore, your organs kind of more tipped inwards and not pulled down with the gravity, and therefore, this is almost gravity-assisted exercise. We have our shoulders nice and open. I have the block in between my knees, okay? I'm giving it a bit of a squeeze. You can also do it without block. And I'm taking nice deep breath into my sides, and then I'm breathing out as I engage, 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 and I'm going over my fingers with my face, okay? I'm engaging my pelvic floor, my deep abs, and then I'm breathing in and breathing out. The position of the block here can vary. You can put it on the wider side in between your knees, okay? And just give it a gentle squeeze. Engage, breathe in. Or you can do it completely without the block. That's also absolutely fine. We engage, engage, engage. We're not going here in a very huge plank. We're just breathing in, opening up our pelvis, releasing the muscles, and then we do a bit of Kegel, coming over. Because of the position, the contraction, you will feel it more at the back, more around the anus area rather than in front and around the vagina, because of the position. So don't worry about if you don't feel the Kegel as strong in front. It's absolutely fine. It's just because of the position we are in. And you can do this exercise. Here I'm going in quite a bit of plank. It requires a good control of abdominals, good control of shoulder muscles, so you're working out your upper back and also your pelvic floor. And you repeat this exercise about 12-15 times. The most important thing when doing these exercises is doing them steady, with a breath, no rush, and total awareness of how your pelvic floor is working. And we are moving on to the next exercise, doing some side abdominals. And I'm placing the block here in between my feet. I know that you can do this exercise without the block, but with the block you get way more control on how your legs are aligned, and it's also a little bit more challenge for the balance. So you lay it on the side, your feet are completely flexed. You can support yourself with the front hand, and you're going to breathe in, breathe out, engage your pelvic floor, and lift. You see how my legs are nicely parallel, they're not stuck together, the knees are not turning in. Breathing in and breathing out, engage. This is gravity neutral position, okay? I'm parallel to the floor, I'm kind of parallel to the gravity, so nothing is pulled down. I'm engaging my pelvic floor and my side abdominals are working slightly more. Therefore, I want to do this exercise, of course, on both sides. And make sure at every breath out and lift, you engage your pelvic floor, you zip up your core, breathe in, and then breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Great. And you can do 12 to 15 repetitions on each side, again, being really aware of your breathing, of your posture and position. And the last one, we're coming up here, bending our hips and knees. We're still holding the block as it is. And this is great gluteal exercise as well. Glutes are very important muscles for supporting pelvic floor, and therefore we also want to exercise them. Gap under your waist is important in order to keep neutral back. We're going to breathe in, engage your pelvic floor, and breathe out. Here, I would say you can lift just slightly past the parallel position, because the more you open, it's going to be a bit harder to feel the engagement of your pelvic floor. However, you can do that. If you're not sure you're engaging, I feel the squeeze and I lift here. In my experience, most people need to train their pelvic floor a bit more before they can go up here and still feel the engagement. But I leave this one up to you guys. Again, here we're not going only on autopilot. We are engaging our pelvic floor consciously, zipping up, breathing in and relaxing. We want our pelvic floor to help our organs to stay in place, to be supported as much as possible. Therefore, we consciously engage it when we do our exercises for symptomatic prolapse, okay? So there is no kind of autopilot going on. There is always conscious engagement. And we repeat this one 12-15 times on each side. Generally, if you are sitting a lot during your day, or maybe you're standing a lot, so each of them, you might start to have the symptoms. So this little complex, it's great to do it in the end of the day or when your symptoms are actually worse. The only thing I'm getting asked, can these exercises be done during the period? Generally saying, we try to avoid inverted exercises during the period. We don't want to cause any retroverted flow or interfere with the natural flow, because things have to go out rather than kept in or pushed in. If you really want to try, you can do the gravity neutral exercises. So the ones on the side, they're great gravity neutral exercises. or just wait for a couple of days whilst your period is over, and then you can do your exercises. Meanwhile, if you're really symptomatic during your period, talk to pelvic floor physiotherapist, consider pessary support. There are pessaries that can be used safely during period as well to give you relief. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it useful. If you used some of these exercises or you did the whole set, let me know, how did it feel? Did you get the relief from the pressure symptom, from the dragging symptom? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for your time, for watching. Take care, and we will see you back very, very soon. Bye bye.